ifinthu nafilungula. Nafilungula. So probably the public can answer that question for you. You are a journalist, and just to go and jump on the minibus to Matero today and try and exhort and sing praise for HH, and you see how they will treat you. So I think that sounds it. The course of election, obviously, is another waste, and we don't want to go that route. We shouldn't go that route at all. And you know why? That's why that Article 72 was brought into the Constitution to safeguard the parliamentary seats from being abused by people resigning or defecting or being fired willy-nilly. That's exactly why it is there. So if you go and read it, as a journalist, I know it's plain English, you understand what I'm talking about. That particular Article 72 was deliberated upon by a lot of other commissions on the Constitution to protect members of parliament from being abused by their parties. And this is a good example. So I've also heard of that audio, and I can tell you that that audio has been in existence for some time. They were trying to suppress it. They were trying to suppress it. There's one minister on that audio. I don't know whether you've heard the whole thing, but it goes for about 1 hour, 30 minutes. It's long. One permanent secretary in the company of another went to see Judge's family and talked and told them to just withdraw that statement implicating the 3 musketeers from State House. So my comment is that when we tell you that these things are happening, you should believe us because they're happening. And you know, what I can tell you is when you get thugs or criminals, you give them state power. This is what happens. That's what happens. So we need to wake up and fight to restore decency, integrity, and morality amongst our leaders. We never did that ourselves. We never did. If we did, they wouldn't have even managed to campaign and get into power. We never did that. And I don't think any well-meaning Zambian who is privileged to be at the highest level would let his men do what is being done. Because you're supposed to check them up and say, sorry, you can't do this. Yeah? And let your word be your word. But the hypocrisy we have seen, I know that he will be compelled to say, no, I don't support this. It's what me. But meanwhile, he's telling them, I'm Ubaume. Yeah? So that's what he does. So I think it's a shame, an indictment on the executive that they are doing criminal acts in the name of the state. And that should not be allowed. But time will come when somebody will be made to answer. And those who are accepting to do wrong things in the name of superior instructions will be personally liable. That's the bad part of this experience. So if you follow instructions from your boss, which are criminal in nature, and you execute them, when the time comes, the buck stops at you as a police officer, as a civil servant, as a government agency, to answer to the people of Zambia. You won't say, no, I was sent by President HH. You won't say that at all. It will not be a defense. So let me warn those colleagues who are privileged to be in power or to serve the state, that time will come when they'll be made answerable in their individual capacities.
Thank you, Your Excellency.